Alrighty, everybody, welcome. I am doing a midterm here for my Data 503 class. It's going to be data engineering. I decided, you know what, I'm just going to put this up on my regular channel since we were supposed to upload it on YouTube anyway. We've only got about 10 minutes or so let's dive right in. The main focus here is going to be on SQL databases and doing queries off of those. I've got everything all scripted out, and so I can have a little bit more time to be able to explain what's happening here. And yeah, it's going to be FAA flight data. I've already got everything put together here. I wanted to make sure I had that out of the way. We're going to assume that you know how to put those together, just to kind of show that I've already done that. This is what it kind of looks like. So as you can imagine, it's kind of a lot of data to throw in there. That'd be a lot of typing. And then here's populating it with my CSV files. And yeah, so let's go ahead and test this bad boy out. So first I wanted to see which destination had the longest flights. So we're going to take a look here. Very basic. All I want is two columns just for making it easy to look at. We've got our destination airport IDs. We've got our distance here, and we're going to pull it from this table, order by distance, descending. It'll give us from largest to smallest. And yes, indeed it works. We can see here, I did not aggregate anything here. This is just all kind of loosely there. There's a whole bunch of ties for the longest. Okay, so we're also supposed to use a join statement to combine information from two or more tables. So I decided, hey, which airlines have the most canceled flights? If we take a look at our June flights here, you can see that that the carriers have these little unique carrier numbers. 9E it goes up to 4 or so. Maybe it's just 2. I can't remember. In any case, there's plenty of them in there. There's over 500,000 rows, so this is just the first 100 that's in there, right? So here we've got 9E. We've got our little table over here with the names on here. So we do indeed have to do a join. I decided to do a right join because I'm taking information from my right side and putting it up with my left columns. As you can see, this little code here. So we've got our flights. Right here is kind of on the left side-ish, as you can see. What day of the week everything happened on doesn't matter. The date of each flight doesn't really matter in this case. I just want, the airlines and how many of them had cancellations in the month of June. So we filtered for that right here. It says where canceled equals 1. 0 would be no cancellations. As we can see, United Airlines is the one with the most on there. Has over 3,300 cancellations. Now remember, when we do this, when you do a right join, you have to do a group by as well to be able to actually have everything grouped together. Otherwise, we're going to get that issue that we had in the last query I just did as well. And then we have to give it an order as well. I wanted to go in order by the number of cancellations. So next, we're going to start showing how we can do column calculations as well as aggregate calculations. So I would argue that I have both in this one, but I'm using this one specifically for my column calculations because, as you can see in here, I needed the difference between the actual elapsed time of flight, and I needed to subtract the actual estimated time that the flight was going to take. That this flight is going to be from the moment it takes off out from the terminal and reaches the other terminal. It has nothing to do with flight time itself. I mean, other than the fact that it's included, right? So there was something I could have gotten with this data that was just flight time on its own column. Decided against that, and Yeah, I just wanted to see how many flights so we can get an idea of what's going on there. I had to divide it by 60 because I wanted the number of hours that we were over on estimating here. The idea here is that if an airline wants to look at how efficient they're being with their time, we want to see what's going on here, right? So let's see here. There's our group by again, and then our order by. So let's go ahead and do that. Now the hours over column here is going to show American Airlines in the month of June 2023 was almost 55 hours over in total on all of their flights, which, I mean, hey, that's more than 22,000. That could be the best they could do. Who knows? Maybe they've already looked at it. And that was the best that could happen. So with that in mind, what we're going to do for our aggregate calculation is we wanted to see which airport has the most delays caused by weather. And then how long is the average delay? So that average there is going to be my aggregate count there. That's going to be my aggregate calculation. I'm going to count up how many flights were delayed as a result of the weather. And let me pop into this one over here really quick so I can show you why this kind of matters. If we kind of head over this way, there's a specific way that we have to kind of filter for this. And that's going to be right here where it says where the weather delay is greater than 0. 0 is the number of minutes that it was delayed. So as we can see here, whenever there's like, say, a carrier delay or a late aircraft delay, you can see right around here, it was 82 minutes of being delayed, but everything else has a 0 in it. So I could not just use is not null. Otherwise, it would give me all these ones with zeros. That's going to bring my average down. And I don't really need that to happen. It's going to artificially be down. So I decided to make it greater than 0 because it has to affect it by at least 1 minute on record. So on top of that, I wanted to see here for delays, I wanted to see where it was starting from. So we got our origin airport as our airport code, our airport ID as, again, we wanted to have our airport name, the minutes delayed, and the flights delayed. Again, I'm only pulling these individual columns because I want to make it easy to read, right? So as we can see here, Dallas-Fort Worth International. That's going to be our one airport with the longest delays here. Sorry, the most flights delayed. Need more coffee today. With a whopping close to 1,700. Pretty sizable after Orlando. And remember, this is only based on weather, so it could have been due to hurricanes, could have been due to thunder, could have been due to any kind of weather-related delay. So if I wanted to make this simpler, I could also get rid of this line here. And I could actually get rid of that, and because nobody needs to know the airport code, right? If I were to just put all this out into a list for somebody, then boom, now we have our airport names. And we can see here, there are plenty here that have all sorts of weather-related delays. And then we can even search within our data. Let's see here. Portland, Maine. I was hoping for Oregon, but nope. Looks like Portland, Maine had 18 flights delayed in June due to weather-related issues for a little over an hour on average. Alrighty, well, for time's sake, I have to get going, but I hope that this kind of gave you a little bit of an eye-opening insight to what data science can be like, at least on the SQL side. I'm really enjoying it so far, and if you're interested in it, please check it out. It's going to be Willamette University in Salem, Oregon, and they have a Master of Science in Data Science program. I'm currently doing the Data Science certificate that they are phasing out. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you're going to have to do the full-on Masters. At any rate, thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to save this for if you want to have a little fun later, just kind of going through everything, and you can kind of do this all yourself as well. So thanks for watching, everyone.